dressed as a witch whenever it's the thumbnail. She's so cute. Oh, hello.
Hi, everybody. It's been so long since I've live streamed. Like, I know y'all are probably like, who is this person in front of you right now? It's me and Brooke.
We get constant Courtney live streams.
Dressed as a witch.
Oh, whenever. Sorry, I have to make that. But no, we constantly live streaming for us. It was like almost every night to where you were training me to be writing at night time. And now it's like Courtney's gone, but now she's back. So yay.
Yes. Just real quick, guys, I am currently camping. That's why I'm in this darkish area. I'm at a star party in El Dorado, Texas, which means there are astronomers out there, so I don't have a whole lot of lights on. But if for some reason my internet does something crazy, it possibly could, because I am on a hotspot and I have no backup internet. Just bear with me. Brooke will take it over. If it gets really bad, then we may cut this short. I'm hoping that it doesn't. But just an FYI if that happens.
Refreshed from earlier, you're looking a lot better. It was way worse over there. Now you're looking pretty clear. So hopefully that's good. Yeah. Good. Oh, we need it. Wait, real quick. Do that one more time. Oh, look how cute.
It's like, hey everybody, snap a pic.
I know. Well, hi everyone.
Today is actually the Write 10K in a Day challenge, guys. We're starting it off early. So my goal today is to write 10,000 words. Writing a new book. This book will release in December. And I need all the words. So
it will release in December?
Yeah, this book is The Best of Us. It releases on December 1st. I'm trying to get it finished by November 1st. Our editor has plenty of time. So
okay, yeah. So question. So you are starting you are going to type your version's first words today.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. That's interesting to hear, like the time frame. Like, okay, today is, well, it's still technically October 16th, and you're trying to have that book out December 1st.
Yes.
Okay. This is cool to see how the timing is. Okay, cool. See, that's
most
our house team right there.
Most people are like, what? Y'all are releasing? We can write fast. It takes us weeks to edit. Weeks upon weeks to edit.
I had just watched a video of, I think it might have been your previous one, but I remembered you were like going, I can write fast, but editing hell is for real. You always talk about editing hell.
It is. On TikTok, like 4 of my videos on TikTok is, I hate editing. I hate it so much. It's the worst.
And the said that they are self-publishing their first book in December too.
Oh, yay. Awesome. I'm not even looking at the comments.
Which I feel like that's a good time to publish a book, because after NaNoWriMo month, I'm ready to read. And so I'm like, what all is out there to read whenever it's after Nano? Because it's like I'm switching from writing to reading at that month type thing. So that works out great.
Oh, yeah. Like the thing is there's a lot of traditional published books that release in like January, February time period too. Mm-hmm. Because like they'll wait like November, December time period, you don't see a whole lot of stuff come out, and then January, February, it's like everybody held their books, and it's so busy like with releases and stuff. That's why we've stopped releasing in January, because it's just
really?
Stressful.
Very
super stressful. And plus
probably competition slightly and stuff, maybe with certain with all the books coming out and stuff. What were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
For us, like if you publish on wide platforms, Apple changes their deadline that you have to have a book uploaded so people get it by a specific time period. And it's like 2 to 3 weeks out in the holiday month. So it makes it very hard. Like if you want to publish your book January 4th, you have to have it uploaded by like December 18th.
Oh,
and we're just not ahead like that.
Holiday month, yeah, that's a lot to ask for. Yeah, I can see that being a thing. Oh, Charlotte's here. Hey, Charlotte.
We're going to sprint until 3 a.m. So, hi.
Or even maybe possibly 3:30. I remember last time we did this though, I was like, my words were like merging together to where I always like to say I'm Katie from Mean Girls, where she's like gruel, where she was trying to say like, great, but then cool, and it came out gruel. That is me whenever I am tired. My words just are like, bleh. And so that was totally me last time. I was like, I am not making sense. I'm embarrassing myself.
And you like rubbed off on me because I was actually getting up early at that point in time, like in my life. And so it was like, oh my gosh, those live sprints is what threw off my early morning schedule. I never went back to waking up early.
Oh no. But
I didn't care.
But that it works out still good for you that you don't have a day job that you have to be at that would make things even worse. So no matter what, at least there's that.
This is true. I'm going to switch headphones real quick. I did not charge my AirPods, so they were like beeping at me.
Gotcha. Well, I am excited to, lots of people are here. I feel like we have lots of our familiar people who do it for our witching hour sprint. So this is awesome. Yay. Were we needing to go? Oh, I don't hear you. I don't hear you. I don't know if you hear me or not. Okay, now I hear you.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, that scared me because I just saw your mouth move and I was like, oh crap. But yes, bring out the howler. I'm so excited for the howler.
It looks different, doesn't it?
It looks a lot bigger. Maybe I don't know if it's because you did a different way of like popping it up or not. I'm fine with it being big. That's what she said.
That is what she said. No, I guess. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't have my
howling power.
It's usually dark. It's usually black, not white. So I don't know what's going on.
Maybe that's what it's throwing off.
Hold on. Okay, howl. No crows. Oh my god.
I forgot about the crows. That was funny. I'm excited for the howler for October month. Because this is the month where we will want to hear the howls. So that's perfect. And I'm fine with 25. I like it that we go a little bit longer than typical, like 15s or something like that, or 10s. I like going a lot longer. So that is fine with me. Are y'all good to go for 25 to start off with? Sorry, I'm laughing at Deirdre and Anderson. She was like, we like it big. It's fine. It was whenever we were doing that's what she said joke. That's funny.
I like the long ones, not this.
That's a good one. I like the long ones.
Corey, it has been 84 years. Literally been 84 years. I think the last time I did a live stream on my channel, it was, I don't know, months. Also real quick, everybody, if you're new here, the howler will actually howl like a werewolf. So just please be aware. It might scare you if you're new here and you're not used to it, but it will howl. It's not in your house.
But even if it does scare you, that just means it's the Halloween season to be scared. So that's okay.
I brought a witch hat with me, but I can't find it. I don't know what I did with it.
No. Oh, if you find it, put it on. It'll be fun. I don't have a witch hat. I have a cat, but she's not black, so that's not witch hat. Oh well.
That's funny. Okay, so do we want to do Forest app? I don't know where my here's my phone. We can do Forest app if you want to. I do have a lot of trees. Just gonna say, I got a lot of trees. Here,
you do the room then, because I don't have that many trees. So I feel like anytime I do the room, it's just always a boring choice of tree.
But I'm doing. Oh
I have a bush.
We're doing all. That's what she said.
I know. I thought the same thing, and I was like, I'm just gonna let it slide unless Courtney says something, and you did, and I'm so happy you did.
Okay, let me create a room.
Oh, that's true, Brenda. Brenda said Abby's a calico, so she contains all the Halloween colors. She really does have like all the Halloween colors. Oh, okay.
There you go, guys.
Want me to type that in?
Sure.
Is that 4S or 5? 4SYMXVX. 4SYMXVX. Okay, cool. Yay. I am gonna join. I am gonna join.
I am gonna join. And Jason said, did you get that witch tree? Not yet. I think maybe I might be able to get that witch tree tonight because I have 700 coins right now and I think it's 1,500. And if I get it, it released yesterday. It was like 3 a.m. and I was scrolling through our 10K in a day group and I was like, oh my God, there's a witch tree. And of course I had like,
I don't think I've seen that. I want to watch. I want to see that now. So like, okay. So if you have people in your room and you're the host, does that give you more points and stuff?
No, it should. It totally should.
Crystal, I typed in the code.
Wait.
If you go up to my comment where it starts with 4, that's the code.
I don't see your
comment. I can highlight mine on. No, I don't think I can. If you wanted to click on my comment, Courtney, then maybe that will pop up for people.
I don't see it.
Oh, you don't? It's or I'm also by the brook if you're just looking for brook at the start of my name or whatever. So it's 4SYMXVX.
I don't see it in StreamYard. Do you? Over on the side?
Oh, are you?
Don't see it.
Maybe you need to click on comments.
I'm there.
Am I not showing up?
You're not. You're not showing up. Here, look. 4SYMXVX.
I'm not showing up, and I typed it on YouTube.
I don't see you. So, guys, if for some reason you feel like we're ignoring you, I'm not getting all the comments. I'm not even getting Brooks, and she's here with me. So
that makes no sense. I even typed it on YouTube. YouTube hates me, or StreamYard hates me. I guess I should say StreamYard, but oh well. It didn't come through? So, okay, so Crystal says she can't even see mine. I am so confused. That is so weird. Because I'm seeing mine. Like, I see it. Interesting. Here, I'm going to try typing something. Or can I not? Weird. I don't even think I can type in anything on the... I don't think I can type anything on StreamYard. Normally I can. I've never been able to type in the comments on StreamYard over there. Oh, really? I've always been able to, I think. I'm trying to think of it now. Okay. That's suspicious. If y'all are TikTokers, that counts. Okay, now I see my comment on StreamYard. Blah, blah, test. Okay. I almost said... I almost wrote "yo bitch" because anytime that I'm doing a test thing for my mom at work, because I work with my mom, anytime we're like, oh, send me a test thing, I just go, yo bitch. I started doing that because of Breaking Bad, because of Jesse on that show. He always says that. And so, like, for some reason, I've always done that. So I almost did it there, and I didn't want to offend people if they're like, bro, what are you doing? But then I just told you guys anyway. So whatever. It's fine. I'm just weird. Okay. It's after hours. Okay. After hours. It's after hours. We can say what we want. Yeah. No, Brooks, I low-key have Brooke blocked on my YouTube. So, no, I'm just kidding. I don't know. That's weird. You're like this chick, though. Approve only her comments. Okay. I feel like I am good whenever you are. Because I feel like that we gave people enough time to join the we did. That sounds suspicious. Dude, I am addicted to TikTok. Y'all should go. I am not a TikTok person. So when you said that earlier, I was like, yeah, I don't get the reference. So the whole accountant thing, like, everybody was laughing about it. They're like, haha, she's not a TikTok accountant. It's apparently like the sound that these girls use for their OnlyFans. And like when people ask them what they do, they say they're an accountant. And it's really funny. And they're like, what do you do? I'm an accountant. Where do you work? Where accountants work? And I'm like, I was a real accountant, guys. Okay. So
I hope y'all are ready. I'm going to start the Forest app, and I'm going to start the Howler. I've only got one screen, so y'all are going to have to bear with me. Okay, and we will see you back here in 25 minutes. Good luck, guys.
Is this going? Okay, now it's going. I see it. I'm muting. missed the how.
How did it?
I heard
You
it, but
missed
I
it?
missed it. Yay.
Aww. I was like, does that really say 52 seconds? Like, there's no way.
I wish I got a little bit more in whenever I first started. I guess because I already had my Google Docs pulled up to where whenever we started the sprint, it was so incredibly slow to where I was like, I have to shut my computer down. So I was like, man, but that's okay. I still felt like I got a good start of it all. So it's fine.
How many did I get? I got
Nice.
385
And this was the
words.
first words for your new book you're working on. How fun.
Chapter 1. Y'all will see it in the preview if you download it. Yeah, I'm writing chapter 1. I have 1 and 2, so my goal is to finish those 2 chapters while we're on the live sprint. So let's see how everybody did. Dolores, yes, this is the first sprint. We are going for another 2.5 hours.
Only 2.5 hours? That seems weird. I feel like normally we go like for a really long time. It's funny. Because I'm like, only 2.5 hours? I feel like it should be like longer for some reason. I don't know. But no, you're right. That's just, it just feels different.
30 minutes from now, you'll see Brooke going, oh,
I do this every time to where I'm like, I'm feeling good. And then there's a time of where I'm like, I feel like crap. It's just like, oh my gosh, Brooklyn, you just need to learn that this is the routine you always do whenever it comes to these.
Yeah, Deirdre, for me too, like at the very beginning, I'm always like, it's a new book, it's a new chapter. Like, I have to just get in the mindset of like these characters. So
I like, is it Talhi? I like how Talhi's like, I put lots of insert description here. I feel like I do take way too long trying to describe something where I'm like, or I could have just been pushing forward and knowing that I'll figure that out later type of thing. So
yeah, for me, you know, I write romance, so a lot of the times you'll have like insert sex scene here. And so like I'll get up to the point where they need to, you know, and then and the next morning we woke up. Like every time if you read one of our books and it's like the next morning, that's me, and I probably skipped that and went back and filled it in later.
So do you do that because does it take you longer to write sex scenes, or is it just to where you're like, I just want to move on with the storyline rather than be in bed?
Yeah, it does take me longer, but like if me and Brooke are writing at the same time and she has a sex scene before I do, I want to read what she's written, so then we're not making them do it the same exact way. I mean, there's only so many ways you can do it. Come on. Yeah. But you want to have different types of descriptions. And so I like to read hers first and then go back and write it.
No,
or I may just not be in the right headspace and I'm like, yeah, I don't want to write this right now.
Did you see Carolyn's comment?
I don't see it. No, the hurricane one? Oh, that one?
The hurricane one.
I need to go down.
She said, oh, you said your camping court and no hurricane is bearing down on us?
Actually, Carolyn, do you remember when Delta hit last week on Thursday? I left on Wednesday. So, like, I am driving away knowing that a storm is going to go to my house on Friday. And we basically need a new roof right now. Like, more shingles. We lost more shingles this storm than we did Laura.
Wow.
Trees were blown down. I had a friend who was in town who has the code to my house. And I was like, can you please go and keep my cat company?
You're like, and can you fix my roof while you're there? Thanks.
Exactly. So Cody was there hanging out with the cat, and he would like film stuff and load it up on YouTube into like a private video. Like only unlisted, like if you had the link. And so I knew what was going on. It was the first storm since like the 80s that hit during the day, because they usually hit during nighttime.
Yeah.
Every hurricane that we've had has been night.
Because normally that's kind of the same thing with us. Like if there's a tornado happening, typically it's like a little after 5 or something like that, or nighttime. It's either night or it has to be after 5. It's never really during the day too much. Isn't that weird how weather's like that?
It is. And so they're like, we're not evacuating. We are like just done with all of this, because this would be like the second one kind of close together. And
you guys are probably just like, we're fed up right now. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't get our roof fixed. I'm glad. I mean, our roof is 10 years old right now. So like, if we would have gotten it fixed and lost more shingles, I would have been highly upset, because we would have had to get it repaired. So yeah.
And I feel like Melanie, that's a hard thing of where you're just kind of like, I could do this, or should I have it to where this is cut off at, or whatever. I've done that with the book that I was working on before this one, where I was like, I could go in this route, where this is how long this story part will be, or it could continue on.
I can tell you that from my point of view of writing trilogies and then writing a lot of duets, that when you make it a duet instead of a trilogy, you don't have that middle book lull where you're like, okay, well, the middle book has to be just as good as the first book. And like a lot of people will work themselves up and they'll be like, oh my God, they have like stage fright, like writer's stage fright, because the second book has to lead people to the third book. And if it's not as good, then people won't continue on. And with a duet, you don't have that problem. You end it on a cliffhanger. People read the second book and you've got like the climax in the middle, and people love it. So I am personally a duet lover since 2016. And that was after I wrote 2 trilogies. Yeah. So duets for me all the way.
I do feel like that's like the perfect, because you guys have it perfectly done where it's like, it's kind of a series, but they're duologies type thing.
Yeah. It's in the same world and they're all best friends.
On with certain characters. So
yeah.
It makes it where it's just enough change up for you to keep yourselves entertained and not get bored with the same like characters all the time, but it is still within a series. So you guys got a nice setup going for sure.
Yes, thank you. So yeah, that's my opinion. We are going to write a trilogy, I think, in 2022, but I haven't written one since like 2015.
So the book that I'm currently working on, it's to where the first book, it's kind of like everything is being set up in this book. And then I'm going to have possibly up to 10 books in this series, but they're all a lot smaller. Like the first book is going to probably be like 350 pages or something like that. And then the other ones will be more like 200 to 250.
Give me word counts. Give me word counts, because pages don't mean anything to me.
That is true. That's where in my head I'm thinking. I'm thinking probably like after the first book, I'd like to have a target of around 50,000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
To where it's like there's enough substance, but to where it's not going to just drown me type thing. I say this now. Watch what happens later. But that's what I would like. This would be the dream goal of it all for my fantasy series I'm working on. So, because there's a lot that I could do, because it's like every new book focuses on a different type of thing within all of the storyline and stuff. So
are they going to be multiple POV, or is it just following one character, or?
It's to where it's for the most part following one character, one POV. And if I do have a change up of POV, as of right now, I'm doing third person.
Oh, okay.
So it's like that. It would be too hard to do first person with what I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
Even though I do like writing first person, I think it's going to have to be third person. So
my first book that I wrote was in third person, past tense, and it was a young adult fantasy book, and it was going to also be 10 books. And so like when I hear like newer authors be like, oh yeah, it's totally going to be 10 books long, and girl, I hope you do it and accomplish it.
It could be shorter than 10. There's the possibility of 10, but I think at least probably 7 at least. So, but there's a possibility for like a couple here and there thrown in there if I wanted to. So
it could be a huge moneymaker if you just leave that hard clip at the end of each book.
I know.
It could be like a huge moneymaker for you.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to kind of go with and stuff. So I'll have to tell you like more thoughts of stuff later on when we're not live. Sorry guys, but
yeah,
but
sorry.
I'm trying to like pick Courtney's brain while it's not being revealed to all type thing. So
Sue says, I'll write the sex scene later in the writer version of Not Tonight, I Have a Headache. we need coffee mugs for like romance authors that say that. I would buy one.
That's hilarious. That reminds me of, is it Knocked Up? Where, he's like, do you want to have sex? And she's like, ugh. And then she just kind of like, doesn't she say like, I'm kind of feel like I just had diarrhea, but okay. And she's like, do you still want to? He's like, well, now. I think she said something along those lines. It wasn't like the problem up here. It was more so like the problem was down there, if that makes sense.
That's funny. Let me look at some of these comments. It was at night? Oh, yeah, because you're further up than where I am. So, like, I live on the Gulf of Texas, and Carolyn lives kind of, like, in the middle of Louisiana. So, it took some time to get to her. With tornadoes, we stand on the porch watching it come rather than taking shelter.
Crystal told me.
Yeah, I understand the duet thing. When I write romance, the duet is where I land. The trilogy is fantasy, so longer series is expected. Yeah, I understand that, too. I just get those lulls, that middle book. Even with romance trilogies, like the middle book always just kind of freaked me out. Like it took me a little while. Like if I didn't immediately start it, like I would just psych myself out. But I was also a new author then, so I haven't written one in a really long time. Standalone and Impossible sequel. I mean, this is how long in advance do you guys plan your books? So we are planned with dates through 2023 now.
Oh, gosh, that's crazy. I love
it. Everybody's like, what? Yeah, we have all the titles and covers through the end of or middle of 2022, I think.
See, that's where I had thought. And so when you said 23, I was like, oh my gosh, even more updates on this. That's so crazy.
Yeah, we're looking for images now for that series, and it's going to be kind of a longer one. But yeah, we're pretty much planned through 2023.
Wow, that's so cool. Oh my gosh.
It's going to be crazy. I've seen with page counts around 280. Yeah, Brenda, it's because when Amazon when you put your paper back up, I think that's like the preloaded page count that it does when you first put it up is 280. So all books are 280 until it updates, or it used to be like that. So, but for me, like page count means nothing because if you publish 6x9 or 8.5 by 5.5 or 8x5, like your page counts are going to be longer or shorter depending on what size your book is.
I'm so excited to get vellum for whenever I'm ready for that because I feel like I've dealt with a little bit of ebook formatting like way long ago whenever I was self-publishing and I hated it, and that was like such old technology, and eventually I got so tired where I had someone pay where I paid someone for it. So now vellum, it's going to be so easy. I'm so excited for that. So
yeah, vellum is a game changer because when you pay a formatter, essentially, like if you want to update your back matter, you have to pay the formatter to update your back matter. And when you have a huge backlist, which is eventually self-published authors do, that's a big undertaking to be like, hey, can you go and change the back matter of all these books, please?
Yeah,
which is really expensive. So having vellum just makes it super easy. Where you can
and that's only Mac, right? Whenever I saw, I think I had read that it was just Mac for right now and stuff. Which normally I feel like sometimes it's opposite, where it's like we haven't gotten it for Mac users yet where I'm like, yes, it's for us this time.
Yeah, you can use Vellum with Mac in the Cloud. So if you have I think it's macinthecloud.com, you can download the application on the internet. You can use it like the virtual version of it. So if you have a Windows machine with good internet connection, someone brought that up to me recently. They were like, my internet is not good, so I can't load everything because it's so slow.
Yeah.
But I have friends who bought used MacBook Airs off of eBay for like $300 just so they could get Vellum, because they're not going to switch. So there's no need to buy a brand new Mac because they're expensive. So the used version was
a good way of having best of both worlds. Because is your main computer, is it like a desktop? It's on Mac because you have that huge screen.
It's all on my laptop.
Anything with Mac, so
it's all on my laptop. I use a MacBook Pro. I usually buy a new one every 4 years.
You have like an adapter or something like that.
Yeah, so the little USB-C or whatever it is, I've got an HDMI cable to that USB-C, and I plug it into my laptop, and boom.
Yeah, that's what I have with my screen. Mine's not near as huge of a screen as yours is, but I love having two screens. It's so much easier.
Totally.
Did you want to go for another sprint?
Yes. Let me find my howler. Where are you? How long do you want to go this time? 20?
I am up for whatever.
Let's try 20. I'll get the forest app room going too, and then I'll answer this question we got going. We're doing pumpkins next because it is October, so you're going to get nothing but pumpkins and scarecrows until I can buy that witch tree. Okay, so this is the code.
Here, I'm going to type it. Hopefully YouTube recognizes my comment now. Okay, 6QGFBQJ. Good. There we go.
Did it show up?
Hopefully it did. Oh, did you have to mute me earlier, by the way? I was thinking that where I had like glanced over at my computer and I was like, I don't remember muting myself because I forgot I refreshed. I was like, I bet Courtney had to for me. So I was like, oh crap. I probably should apologize if I scared anybody.
I was like, I don't think she knows. And then I was like, oh, there's a mute button right there. I can mute people? What? I didn't know that.
You had full power, and I was so proud that you did because I completely forgot that I had to remute myself after I refreshed everything. It didn't show up again. Oh, what is up with this? That's so weird.
I know. I waited for it.
Yeah, because it's weird because I can see it right there. How strange. And it's on YouTube. Very weird. Courtney, there is a conspiracy theory now. You will not let me comment on any video of yours. I think that's what it is. You're like this blonde, whatever.
That's so funny. Everybody's going to be like, y'all, Courtney really does have her on approve only. I don't. I swear I don't. I don't even know how to set that up. Okay, so what was that question? How do you decide where the book and the series ends? So for me and my writing partner, we outline very hardcore. Our outlines are between 10 and 15,000 words each. And we typically have like a cliffhanger in mind when we're writing more than one book. And we write to that cliffhanger. Like we know what the ending is going to be. We know where it's going to start. And so we make our way from like beginning to end. I think it just comes naturally. I don't know if I've ever been like, okay, well, this is where this should end.
So here's a question for you. Okay, so I feel like sometimes whenever I'm trying to think of like a cliffhanger ending, I'm also trying to go, I want to have it be cliffhanger-y, but I also want it to feel like a complete story where it's not just cut in half. You know what I mean? Where it's like, well, that doesn't feel like it's like a satisfying ending. Because I feel like you can find a satisfying ending, but with a cliffhanger at the same time. You know what I mean? I guess it's just to where you're wrapping up the major storylines and then just have like maybe one still hanging that's like the dun 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 or whatever.
See, I feel like if you're going to do a cliffhanger, then it needs to be a hard cliff. It needs to be to the point where people go, oh, I'm going to die if I don't get that second book. If you have it where it is like somewhat satisfying, then people will stop there. They won't continue on and you won't see the read through as much as if you had a hard cliff where people are just like left on that climax edge, you know, and then you cut it there. When, like, for example, Cassandra Clare, I used to read a lot of YA. I don't anymore, but she had the first 3 in the Bone series or whatever. It was only supposed to be a trilogy. And so the third book was kind of like wrapped up where you're satisfied. But if you were in love with the characters, you would continue on. Like for me, I read that third book and I was like, I don't need to keep reading. Like I've gotten my fill of it. Like I'm good. But if it would have been a hard cliff between those 2 main characters, I would have been like, pre-order that second book immediately. I mean, I read them, but I wasn't like,
and that does in because there are like normal people who really don't have like all the time in the world to always be reading all the time. They probably would be like that and stuff. So then how do you like do it where you're like making it a satisfying conclusion that feels complete with that heavy cliffhanger then?
I don't feel like you can. I mean, there are traditional published authors who do that because they're forced. Their first book is only signed, right? So they get one book that's signed and then they have to leave it on a somewhat satisfying ending because there may never be a second book. Because a lot of traditional publishers will not sign a series if you're new. It's too much of a risk. And so you'll see it a lot in traditional publishing where you've got that somewhat satisfying ending, but we could continue on with more books.
Right.
For me, I am the type of reader where if I'm not hooked at the end, I don't care. It's satisfying enough for me. I don't care. But with self-publishing, you don't have that gatekeeper that's telling you essentially that you need to satisfy your readers because there may never be another book. So with self-publishing, we've found the most success with a series read through when there are hard cliffs where it is not satisfying, where if you finish this book and you don't read the second one, you will never know what happens. And if you stop here, then that's going to be in your head, and I am taking up space in your head rent free. And you will buy that other book. You may hate the first book. You may leave it a 1 star and say, this book is total shit. And then you will go and you will buy the second book. It happens. Go look at our reviews. You'll see the same people leaving 1-star reviews, leaving 2-star reviews on book 2, leaving 3-star books on book.
But then to I still got to know.
I'm like, you hated it, but you were hooked so hardcore that you still gave us your money to read it. So I don't care. Like,
I don't know if anyone here watches Parks and Rec. That totally reminded me of, what's the person called? I think her name's Mona Lisa. It's John Ralphio's sister, and she always goes, money please. That just reminded me of that, where it's like, you don't like it, that's okay, money please, or something.
That's fine. I'm taking up space in your brain because you have to know what happens, and that's totally okay with me. You'll see it. You'll see it. Let me go to these comments real quick, and then I'll get this started.
Now that we've been like making more ideas of, I want to ask this now.
Wait, is Courtney for real camping? I'm for real camping. This is a camper window right here outside. Yeah. The shade, let's throw it. No, I'm kidding. I am real life camping. I've got my hotspot, so if my internet gets crazy, it's the hotspot. 2023, yes. Double spaced or single. For a regular book, single spaced. Do you have a book that you recommend for new writers trying to write romance? Does that make sense? LOL, like self-help. I feel like there is some romance self-help, like there is one. I think Zoe York recently released one, but there's not a whole lot. There's like how to write steamy sex scene books that are really good, but I think it just takes reading a lot of romance to kind of understand it. Vellum, yes. Okay. All right. Okay, I think we're good. Do you recommend sticking to one genre or two or branching out to try other genres? I'm a fantasy writer mostly, some sci-fi, but I had wondered if I should try something new. My opinion is if you're writing in two different genres, you need different pen names.
Yeah,
You confuse your readers unless you have a really strong reader base first and then branch off. But the problem with new writers is they have shiny object syndrome and they want to write all the ideas instead of being really good in one genre and then branching off.
And that's kind of what you dealt with Lyra Parrish a little bit. Didn't you say that a while back?
Yeah, I was writing romance, contemporary with suspenseful elements, and then I wrote a dark romance book, and it just confused everybody. Although it was still romance, it was not what I had built my foundation on. And
Yeah,
it was one of the biggest
it was a difference enough to make people go, well, I don't know if I want to do that one and stuff. So
yeah, romancing the beat. Yes, that's what it is. It's called romancing the beat. Um, that's a good one. I have that one too. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. 20 minutes. Let
yeah.
me pull up my thing. 20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna start the pumpkin. I'm Southern, guys. We call them pumpkins sometimes, so you just got to deal with it.
You said
Pumpkins.
oh, I didn't realize you said it like that. That's funny.
Okay.
I
And
am ready.
we'll
And I'm
see you
gonna
back
mute myself this time so you don't have to worry about it.
in. Good luck, guys. you guys. Dude, look what the app is doing.
Whoa! Let me see if mine's doing. No, mine's like normal. That's weird.
I can't click on anything. I'm gonna have to kill it. If it doesn't give me my coins for that sprint, I'm gonna low key be mad.
I got 5 coins. I did really, really good that sprint. I'm going to count up what I did. And that was 20 minutes?
That was 20 minutes, yeah.
Okay, I think this is where I started. Let me see. I did good. I wrote 465 words.
Yes, awesome job.
Yeah. That's like super, super good for me. For 20 minutes, I'm like, yay.
Yeah. Are you writing or are you outlining?
I'm outlining, but this is like what I'm doing now is like a whole new stuff. So I'm like, yay.
Like, let's talk about Little Mermaid. It's a whole new world for Brooke. No, that's not Little Mermaid. That's Aladdin.
Man, give me any Disney movie to talk about, and I'll be excited.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set up the Forest app room so I can go ahead and get in it.
That's a good idea. Lots of people did that one too.
Let's see if.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna see. Okay, let me see here.
On my phone. W7.
Join room. Okay, 6, 7, J, B, W, 7, T. Cool.
70. Okay, I'm gonna put it up here.
Yeah, don't trust me to put it in the chat. It's not gonna work.
I wonder if it thinks that it's like spam. You know, because it's like random things. That's weird.
That is something with it, because whenever I did my test, I was blah blah, and it was there, but the numbers for some reason isn't.
I wonder if you just put like forest and then put that, if it would be like, oh, it's actually a person.
Okay, I'll try that next time. See if we can solve the mystery and stuff on that.
Yeah. Man, all of y'all did so good. Brain got 499, BH 184, Brandy 355, Hannah got 363. It's 7:20 here, so I'm still sleepy. Haha, I understand that. JC wrote 2 pages. Your outline, Sam 683. Oh, the cat. Melissa 823. Yay, go Brooke. Here's a wrote 219. Diana 430. Misty 372. The Quiet Adventurer 374. Fleur got 749. Sarah edited 7 pages. And Leanne's going to bed. Good night. I'm drinking coffee.
Can I show you all my cat right now? I have this little thing next to my desk, so that way she can curl up next to me. And she just loves it. She just recently started to love it. There for a little bit, she ignored it. But now she is using it. And she's just so cute.
I need to get Nibbler one of those. Did you get it off Amazon?
Yeah, I got off Amazon. Really easy to put together, too. Like, super, super easy.
Yeah, just send me a link.
I think this was like around $30 or something like that. So, and then there's also a thing. It's like one of those, I don't know how you just describe it. It's one of those things that are like this. And it kind of has like, I have to show you now. Hold on.
Oh my god. It's one of those things that's like this, guys.
It's this.
Oh yeah, like
I don't know what you call it.
It looks like a thing you wash dishes with.
Ow! I just hit my knees so bad. Ow! Sorry, what would you say?
I said it looks like a dishwashing scrubber.
Yeah, it kind of does a little bit. Yeah, for sure. I was like, I don't know what you call this thing, but I got this. It has that on there.
Is it supposed to like scratch their fur, like to get extra fur out? Or
yeah, like she scratches her fur on that. And if I probably need to get a bigger one for her, but even if they have like a size of this that's big enough for cats, the cats can even like go through it and like get their back or whatever, you know what I mean? So that way they're full body scratch or something.
Brenda said, "Is that a cat back scratcher?" That's absolutely what it is.
Yes, yeah. I don't know what you call it, but yeah, it's like one of those. I've never seen her go through it because she's a bigger cat. So I think if I got a bigger one, she would most likely go through it because she likes to rub against it and stuff as a scratcher. I'm just now I'm watching myself on YouTube. Oh my gosh. I'm watching myself going like this, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
We can literally put some music to that, Brooke, and it'll be a whole thing.
Body roll. So whenever I was watching it happen, because it's delayed, I was like, oh my gosh.
No judgment zone here.
At least all of my body movements are keeping me awake right now. So.
Hey, we've got an hour and a half, and then we've made witching hour again in October, spooky season.
I know, it's spooky October. So far, I feel pretty good. I'm not feeling exhausted.
That nap.
I have a really good nap. Yeah, I had a really good nap earlier. So
Heck
thank you
yeah.
for letting me get off early today. So that worked out great.
Absolutely. Do we want to do 25 minutes this next time?
Yeah, I'd be so down for a 25er.
I need to add my words real quick. Hold on. Un momento, por favor. Okay.
Por favor.
Por favor. Don't speak Spanish.
I like how y'all are talking about my kitty now. She's so cute. I'm happy she's not meowing because typically if I'm like at my computer, she's just kind of like, pay attention to me and stuff. So I'm glad that she's being all cutesy for you all.
Wait till you're married. They do that too. Pay attention to me.
I'm still laughing, Courtney. Okay, so you guys, before we started going live, Courtney's husband was in their camper, and it was so, I don't know why I found this funny. I think it's just because it's Halloween. So because of Halloween, her husband asks Courtney, Courtney's like, what are you looking for? And I hear him go, a knife. And then he goes, because there's lots of people outside. And I was like, oh, he's totally going to be murdering some people with a knife. And that's obviously not what he was doing. But
no, they brought a cake that they wanted to cut at like midnight. I don't know. They're astronomers, so they're like out viewing the stars, you know, because the moon doesn't rise until like 7 a.m. So it's like really dark, and we're in the middle of nowhere, so you can like see the Milky Way and like all the constellations. And so they bought a cake, and I always make coffee in the camper, so it's called Court Bucks. But you know, the pandemic and stuff, so I'm like real weird about the people that I'm around. I'm like a hypochondriac, so I'm like, you can't get around me, like you need to be over there. Anyway, so they wanted to cut the cake, and we have the coffee. So there was a line of people outside because of who I am, and I don't want to get COVID.
So nice with all of the caffeine.
You can have coffee, but you're not coming inside. Sorry. This is my office on wheels. Get away.
I like that you guys have a camper. I think that's fun. I think that'd be fun, especially nowadays with everything. That'd be good to have a camper for sure.
Yeah, it's nice because you get to still go out, like you're not stuck inside of your house, but then you're also still not around people. So like, you know, you get to go and hike a trail and there's nobody on it or whatever. And so I think I would have lost my mind without camping. Yeah. Honestly.
Didn't like camper sales like totally spike this time, like this year, where normally they've just been kind of like so-so, but it's like risen dramatically because this is the way to do a vacation this year and stuff. So
yeah, that's what they were saying, that camper sales spiked. We've been camping since we got married in 2010, and we bought our first pop-up like right after we got married. And it was like a 1993 Coleman. I mean, this thing was 20 years old, and we had some really good times in that pop-up camper. And so we realized that we really liked it, and we call it our gateway camper because it was small, it was little. We went camping in it like all the time, and so we upgraded, and then we upgraded again, and then we upgraded again. And so now we're in this one, and we're like, we just need a one that's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, and especially you guys go camping all the time, especially for what he does and stuff. So this is a nice investment for you all. And what do you call this star camp? What is it that you call it?
It's called a star party.
And that's so cute. I love that. That's a star party.
It's a star party, and there's just a bunch of people with really gigantic telescopes out there. Like, they're social distance. Like, they have these big, like, they're tarps or whatever, like, spread out, and they've got these huts where they're, like, super serious about imaging. Like, it's hardcore. If y'all are interested in it, go look at Deep Sky Dude on Instagram. He's, like, sharing stuff in his stories, and it's crazy. He has night vision going. Will passed up my Instagram. Hello, he has 22,000 followers now.
Dang.
Like, what?
What is his name one more time?
Deep Sky Dude.
Deep Sky Dude.
He's on TikTok too. Here, I'll put it here so y'all can go.
Look at him.
If y'all go check him out, be like, Courtney sent me here to
I'm saying that.
to harass you. But it's really cool. Like, if you look at the stuff, he got a shooting star on video the other night, and I'm just like, how do you catch this stuff? It's so crazy.
Yeah, this is cool stuff. I said Court Bucks sent me here.
Yes, Court Bucks. That's so funny. Mickey
yeah, that
says,
looks fun.
Yes.
Look at all the stars.
It's like that. Like, the Milky Way is so bright outside that, like, it lights the ground. Like, you can literally walk by the light of the Milky Way.
Stars are insanity. That's so cool. I mean, and then I'm just looking at it through this, and it looks so cool. Look at those big telescopes. I mean, whoa. Okay, this reminds me of A Walk to Remember. Remember where he made her that telescope? I've never seen a telescope like that ever until just this moment.
That is called a Dobsonian Telescope. And so it's like the actual type because it's got the bars that hold up the top and the bottom. Wow. So that's a Dob. There's another one right here that's, y'all can kind of see it. This is
looking
actually
around the equipment. They're like showing off all the equipment stuff. It looks like it's like a space, not station, but a space like camp on a moon or something like that. It reminds me of that.
They're all very smart. I'm the Penny of the group for sure. They're all like Sheldons.
These are fun to look at.
So funny. Okay, so we got our howler up.
Look at the shooting star.
Sorry,
I'm so distracted now. There's like a cool shooting star.
Oh, Brandy says my kids are learning about stars and constellations in science right now. Hey, Brandy, if you go and follow him on Facebook, he does live streams of the moon and talks about the different craters and stuff. And also, they hook the night vision into the telescope so you can actually see the constellations on video. So if you go like him on Facebook or Instagram, it's kid friendly. They're not like saying cuss words or anything like that. And yeah, there's a lot of kids that watch him and just really enjoy it.
I feel bad because you're like, it's very kid friendly, and here I am going, look at that big ass telescope.
Okay, well, I didn't say my stuff is kid friendly. I was saying his stuff is kid friendly. I mean, because my husband is a geologist, and I always feel like the Penny around him and his friends. Yeah, I'm the Penny. They talk about how this star is 50 million light years away, and I'm like, I don't like. Do you want to see Saturn? I'm like, yeah, Saturn, cool. Okay, I'm done. And they're like, really? And I'm like, I just, it's not my thing. I just like to camp.
Yeah. It sounds like the best of both worlds for you, both of you guys, because he can do his thing out camping and you can with yours as well.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah.
following on Insta now, thanking on. You're welcome. Enjoy. He has a lot of stuff in his reels and his IGTV. It's super cool stuff.
I think Kavanaugh follows your hubby too, because I was like liking one of the things that he had just posted, and it said Kate Kavanaugh and Lyra Parrish liked, and I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, I tell a lot of people, I'm like, go follow him because he has really cool stuff. You know, you don't see that all the time online. It's just super special.
Will just totally laughed at my comment of
he's probably like, she's sending people my way. Go harass him. Please go harass him. Be like, Court Bucks, sit me. Okay, so if y'all are ready to get started, I only have 1,000 more words to write in this chapter, and one is done.
Yeah.
So,
your first chapter of your new book. Of your 31st book? 32nd book?
This will be number 36.
Oh, wow. Okay, I was off. I'm in the 30s.
It'll be Kennedy Fox's number 28. So, yeah.
Well, shoot, I'm still wrong. I'm like in the middle of both of those numbers. Oh, well, it's fine.
Okay, so I am going to start our. Did we plant a pumpkin last time?
Yes, we planted the jack.
We're starting the scarecrow, and I'm going to start the howler, and then we'll get started. Oh, look how sweet she is. I miss my cat. Can't wait to get home to her.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to have it be where you're like, thanks for rubbing my face, Brooke. I don't have my furry friend.
It's okay. Good luck, y'all. Let's write all the words.
Woohoo! Good luck.
We did it.
Woot!
Yay.
Let me see where I am at. I forgot where I started. Normally,
William came inside. I plug in the headphones.
Oh, did he?
Here he is.
Oh, hi.
Here, look, let me unplug this.
Hello.
It's Deep Sky Dude.
What was so weird is that I went in my little warm tent, which is out there on the observing field, and I was looking at, stuff, and I saw these notifications coming in, and I'm like, author, something, followed you, author, something. I was like, wow, I know what happened. Hey, thank y'all. Appreciate you following. If you like astronomy, that's all that I really do, so.
Well, keep on doing it because it's cool looking. I liked seeing that unshooting star. That looked really, really sweet. I was like, oh. And I told Courtney, I was like, I haven't seen like huge telescopes like that in like forever too. It's cool looking.
Yeah, there's a bunch of nerds down there and freaks that, you have to be a nerd, weirdo freak to want to stay out and drink coffee at 2 a.m.
It's cold out there.
It's cold, yeah.
It's like,
yeah, today's been kind of cool.
51.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. Wait, say it again?
Oh, no, go ahead.
Sorry, it just broke up. It's a little laggy out here, but I just wanted to stop by and say hello and keep writing words. Y'all are awesome. Look, 185 words.
Yeah, BH. Melissa got 1015, Shannon 570, Sam 798. Wow.
1015, that's a lot of words, man.
I know, right? Crazy.
Melissa kills it. Melissa kills it.
I couldn't write 1,000 words in a week.
That's awesome. Okay, thanks.
Hey, thanks for letting me crash y'all's party.
Oh, yeah, of course. Thanks, Will. Keep on looking at those stars and stuff. So
I will. I'll look at a star for all y'all tonight, okay?
There's enough out there.
Has he named a star after you, Courtney?
No, please don't get him started on that.
Please tell him why that's wrong.
So that's a scam.
Oh,
yeah, he said it's equivalent to like buying property on the moon.
Yeah. I can imagine that being like, it sounds very, very gimmicky in itself.
Right? Yeah. So we could sell stars if you want to, Brooke. We could start a whole.
Well, I meant, like, has he named one after you? Like that one next to this constellation is.
I have a constellation. It's called the Lyra Constellation. It's a summer constellation.
No, actually, I named a song after her. It's called Lyra. It's on my second album.
Another shameless plug.
I love it. And that hat looks very, very warm.
It's a bomber hat.
He's like, okay, bye. Have fun. Stay warm. I'm staying warm.
I know you are.
It's toasty. I got the heat on.
Ooh, very, very fun. I have a heater under my desk. I haven't had to use it too much so far, but whenever it's wintertime, I'm like,
oh, it's the best. It's the best. Yeah, it's 51, and I know that like my writing partner, she lives in Wisconsin, and like they wear shorts when it's 50 outside. Like for them, that's like perfect shorts weather, and I'm like, are you kidding me? When it's 50, cold. I got a hat, I got a jacket, I am wearing layers, I got boots on. Like that's winter time in Texas.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's like winter weather for us too. Except we will get down below 32 a lot in the winter time. But that's like a nice winter day and stuff like that. Yeah. But still to where it's still cold and everything.
Same. For us, like 30 is like dead winter. We're like, we can have ice, guys. And when you have ice in Texas, it closes down.
I remembered I had worked at a dentist office years ago, and there were like we were closing up the shop early and stuff because no one was coming to their appointments. Everyone was canceling appointments. And we had people who used to live in Alaska who were the only people who showed up. He was like, y'all are like such wimps because everyone's freaking out. And it wasn't even really snowing yet. It wasn't like, it was just like the preparedness of knowing it's going to snow hard, and it really doesn't. But they were like, you guys are wimps, so we are used to so much worse. And it's like, yeah, it's true.
Do you get snow in Oklahoma, like in your area?
Yeah, it's not crazy amounts or anything. We like last year we probably got it like 3 times or something, and I always get excited for it. I don't want it to go hardcore, but just enough to where it stays on the grass for at least a day or 2 and stuff. So
that's awesome. Yeah, I have a friend who lives in Dallas, and they get snow like 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah, it doesn't happen all the time. And I'd say the most that it would happen would be like 8 times, but not even probably 8 will ever reach. I'm just meaning like if there was a high point number, I'd say 8 or something.
That's awesome.
MB Webster says, hi from Prague.
Oh, hello.
Prague would be really fun to go to.
It's always a delight. Yeah, I'll have to get him to come on here and answer all of y'all's astronomy questions. He's a super big nerd, but he's like not one of those nerds where he's at such like some astronomers that I know that are at such a high, like they're on the spectrum. So when they explain things, it's like above what I can comprehend. Like I'm like, I'm sorry, like I'm not stupid, but I really have no idea what you're talking about right now.
It sounds like Will can
break it down
language to a language that we can understand.
Exactly. We can translate it for basic people like me, you know, or we can even break it down for kids too. So he's really good at like outreach because he can explain it to a 6-year-old where they're like telling their parents about it a week later. And I'm like, see, this is why I'm glad that you're with me. You can break it down to basic levels, but
yeah, see that's good that it's like that, because I'm the same way where I'm like, I'd have to be with someone where it's like, please just like really walk me through this here.
Oh yeah, Brenda says you probably snow plows. What is that? We don't have any of that in Texas, at least in my area. The last time we had snow was in 2018. I was doing Vlogmas and I vlogged it, and I was like freaking out in my vlog. I was like, it's snowing in Texas, guys. Like I want to run out and make a snow angel, and like kids were building snowmen. Like you would see them all on the side of the road, and then like afternoon they were all melted.
That is something that's cool about like being more in the southern part of the states, is that whenever it snows, it's like we appreciate it. I feel like than like people who like have it all the time or like or something, but it's like we take advantage of those snow times.
Yeah, it's crazy because you know Brooke will send me videos of it like snow flurrying like hardcore, and she's like, just driving my daughter to work, and I'm like, oh hell no, I would not be driving in.
Yeah,
like, this is normal, girl. This is normal.
So like intense like snow driving and stuff, so that'd be crazy. Melissa's asking if Courtney, if you're doing more live streams today because of the 10K day.
I probably won't because I'm camping, and this hotspot is not super reliable. Like I'm shocked that I haven't dropped yet.
You've done really well with this. It looks
so I mean I don't have plans on it. If I do, it'll probably just be like a random thing because I do want to try to write 10,000 words today, but I don't know if it's easier to not live sprint, if that makes sense.
Right. How many like whenever you're doing a 10K day, Courtney, explain to us your day. Like how many breaks do you do, and like how long are those breaks, and like how do you go about a 10K day for yourself?
So for me, I typically break it up into 3 big chunks. So if it's a 10K day, of course, like I'll start at midnight. Like I'll even wait until midnight before I start writing because I'm like, no, I want all these words to count.
Yeah.
And so I'll wait till midnight and I'll write until like 3 or usually like 3 in the morning, and I'll get about 3,000 words per hour. I mean, 3,000 words total, 1,000 per hour if I'm really in it.
I was about to
And
go, holy shit.
no, I don't do this. I wish. And so then I'll wake up during the day and I'll like write in the afternoon. So I'll write from like 2 to 5, right? Because I stay up super late and I'll get another like 3,000 words. And then I'll start at like 8:30 or 9 o'clock and write until midnight. And I typically make it when I break it up in 3 chunks. So like I'm sleeping, I wake up, do things, then kind of write, then have dinner and a break and all that. And then I go back to writing. And I think that's key, like taking the breaks. A lot of people try to do super large, like word counts, and they try to do it straight. They're like, I'm going to write 10,000 words and I'm not doing anything else today. But if you don't break it up, like your brain gets fatigued and you get tired and you're like, it's 6,000 words. There's no way I'm going to be able to write that next, like 4,000. It's too much. But if you walk away from it, I find it easier to accomplish the goal.
Okay, well, good to know, because it's like we all have our own systems of if we ever were to try a 10K day. I've tried, I think, one once or twice, and I did not get 10K. And so I was like, well, Courtney, she has her own page for 10K, so she's got to be a pro at this. So
yeah, so I haven't written 10,000 words in a day. The last one I live streamed, I think it was April. I haven't written 10,000 words in a day since maybe like April or May.
Wasn't that like you breaking your all-time score or something too?
Yeah, I wrote 15,000 words in a day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I want to try for a 20K day, but I think that's like really, I think I would be brain dead for like 3 days afterwards, just trying to push that hard.
Yeah. Jasmine was asking what you're doing for Nano. I was curious of this too, Courtney, because you're starting your new book now. So are you like, if you did Nano, is it Nano Rebelling?
So I will probably not be participating in Nano because I'll be done writing right when Nano starts up. And so I'll be in edits. And it always works out like that. Like there's maybe been like 2 nanos where I'm actually writing. And so I'll probably be counting like minutes, I'm thinking, like for edits.
Okay.
You know, to try to like count.
Change it up now on the site of where you can tweak with your goal. It doesn't have to legit just be 50K. I think that's what someone had told me. So I wonder if you could do something with it.
Yeah. I'm like, I want to try to edit this book a little quicker because it takes me 150 hours to edit a book. And so I'm like, man, if I can just...
I love how you log that and I love that.
I did. I have a stopwatch timer on my laptop, and every time I would start it, and then if I was like goofing off on social media, I would stop it and be like, okay, I'm taking a break, and then I would restart it again. And so yeah, it's like 150 hours.
Dang.
And so I'm like, if I can just really focus like maybe like so many hours per day on edits, then I can still kind of participate and have the writer community thing, but I won't be writing, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, it's a bummer that never hits for Nano for you, but well, it's like you pretty much do like a Nano like thing almost every month anyway. It feels like, or it seems like anyway, probably.
Girl, I don't write 50,000 words in a month.
You probably could. If you could do 15 in a day, I'm sure you could like do an easy Nano every single
I probably could, but like our books are typically around like 80,000, 85,000. So like I never have enough to write.
You're breaking it up with Brooke too, so that makes sense.
I never have enough to write 50,000 words. And when I was working, I actually logged like all of my word counts in a book so I could see realistically what I'm writing every single month. And the largest word count that I got in the entire year of 2019 in a month, I think was like 38,000 words or something. And so people are always like, well, I'm going to write 1 million words in a year. I'm going to do all these word counts. And I'm like, I don't know how it's physically possible with a full-time job because I know that I tracked and I was releasing a lot and I know how many words that I wrote. in 2019, and it was 291,000 words, I think it was, is what I wrote in 2019. And there would be no way that I could triple and a half that.
Yeah.
Or whatever. There's no way. It freaks me out. Like, it gives me heart palpitations when I think about it. And everybody's like, I'm doing this. Are you doing it? I'm like, I literally can't. Like, I know what I can accomplish, and I can't do it.
And I know I talked to, I was like Courtney, I talked to Kate this week, and she was, because I had forgotten that she said even whenever she's like editing or reading through a book, that she'll count those words.
Oh, okay.
So it's stuff like that where that also counts, where I always forget about that one, because she was like, because she said even whenever I'm not technically writing, I'm counting every single word type of thing.
My question is, how do you count it when you're editing? You know what I mean?
Where I'm like, I would just like not do Milwordy just for the tracking, because I feel like that would be just a mess for all the editing and stuff. So
I guess maybe you have your start word count, and then when you're done editing, you have your end word count. And
maybe she does it that way. I don't know. Maybe she'll just like go, okay, I'm starting my edits at this part here at this time. And then she'll probably log like what time she finished editing on, and she'll see where she stopped editing, and she'll probably, maybe this is what I would think, then she'll word total all of the amounts that she had started and stopped at, and she'll just go, well, I had read through all of that anyway, so that would count. That's how I think that she would do it. I don't know how other way to do it besides that, but I don't know.
It's hard because when I edit, I'm editing in our main document. And so it's got me and Brooke's words at the same time. And she's also typically editing while I'm editing. So it would literally be impossible for me to know what I actually added. Unless, now I'm all like, let me think about this. If I highlighted the chapter that I had and knew what the starting word count of that chapter was, and then when I finished it, what the ending word count of the chapter was, then I could probably tell you. But that's a lot of tracking.
Yeah,
I hope they do it, because I will literally get like a trophy made for each of them who accomplish it and send it to them, because that like you are awesome if you can do that. I wish.
Oh my gosh. I just feel like it would, I feel like I don't like tracking. I'll do it for Nano or a camp or whatever and stuff like that. But even then I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot I have to track how much I did. But like if I was doing that for a whole year, hell to the no, I would not do good with that, because I don't feel like that's fun to track every little thing. So I'd be like, oh, this is such a chore. Like every single writing session would feel like a chore.
But Scrivener does it for you. So if you're writing in the same book, then you can kind of just pull up the word count and it'll tell you how many you got for the day.
See, I don't Scrivener. I have it. I don't like it. So, but that is cool that there is that option if you're wanting to do something like that.
I hated it too for like 5 years of my life.
I've had it so really complicated.
It's not. I mean, it's really not. I thought the same thing. It was very overwhelming to me, kind of like the Instapot. I can't handle this. And then I just sat down and made it very basic, and I was like, okay, it's really not that bad. So, but
overly complicated, like the Instapot.
It's overwhelming, isn't it? The Instapot.
I'm wanting one, but that was hilarious.
Very overwhelming. Okay, sorry.
No.
Someone said, do you feel like you don't need 10K days? I still need them. I still need them because we publish so much, but I've learned that like doing it once a month is good for me, but trying to do it all the time, it's just mentally exhausting. And I feel like when I push myself to that limit, like I'm not producing like the best quality because I'm more worried about the word count than the words that I'm writing. So, I mean, I try to do it once a month if I make it cool. If not, then it's not that big of a deal for me. But I mean, I can always use more words. I'm excited for Nano because I wrote 50K in 2 weeks. Woo!
Oh, wow.
That's amazing. Brooke, same question.
Oh my gosh, that'd be such a cool feeling to know that you got that.
I
I forgot what question I had asked you. I guess it was I had asked you and she probably was like, "Oh yeah," or something. But I forgot what the question was. We always cover so much to where I'm like, crap, I don't remember which one it was.
Not being able to count while I was editing is what kept me from trying millwordy. I think it's probably whatever words you write. I mean, I don't think there's like, I haven't really looked into it. I just know that everybody's talking about writing this million words. And I've had people message me and ask me, and I'm like, no, like, no. But yeah.
Yeah, for definite full-time people who have like a full-time job, I just don't see how that'd be possible. That is a job not writing.
Right. I tried counting editing words for Camp Nano. It was stressful. I ended up counting by chapter instead. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. When I co-wrote with an author, we took turns editing. I'd go so far, then pass it on to her. Brandy, I wish I could do that, but I'm very neurotic when it comes to reading the books that we're going to publish. So I read all the way through it and edit it, and then my writing partner goes behind me and she does the same thing, and we just go back and forth until there's no more changes. It's crazy. But anyway, I'm talking way too much. Don't need to shut me up.
Oh no, you're totally fine. You only feel that way because my energy levels are going down. That's the only reason why you feel that way.
I'm like, shut me up.
Quiet on a stream is because I'm like,
wake up, Brooke. We have like 30 minutes left.
Yeah,
so
it's not too much longer. Do you want to do a long sprint for our last? Do you want to do like a 30-minute one or something?
Yeah, we can do 30. I'm good with that.
Are you all awake enough for a 30? Because I feel like I could. I feel like that nap has done me well though, because I feel like this is the most energized I've been at this time during these things.
I'm telling you, naps were my life when I was working. Naps, they made the world go round. They were incredible.
I think they said Oprah took naps. That's how she got her shit done, was because she had to do naps in the middle of it to energize herself again for the rest of the day.
I wish every day at like 2:00 at my day job, I was like, oh, I could really use a nap right now. Sometimes I'd go sleep in my car for my lunch break.
Oh,
how tired I'd be.
Bless you.
I'd just sleep for 30 minutes. I mean, I was out in no time. I could instantly fall asleep. Okay, so Forest app, sorry. Got all these things going on.
And Jasmine's asking what I was doing for Nano. I'm working on my fantasy book that I have temporarily called Project Wander, and I'm really excited about it. I haven't really revealed too much about the project. I probably won't for a long while until I feel more like, okay, this is what this book is type thing. Because I hate the idea of telling you all what I feel like the book is about before I've like even started drafting it, because I know there's going to be so many changes to where I'm going to be like, well, remember that one thing I told you? Scratch that. I'm doing this now or something. So that's why I kind of always keep things a little bit hush until I'm more of the overall idea. But yeah, Project Wander. I'm excited. Oh, good job, Brittany. I'm going to do the app.
I got it. Yeah, and plus when you're still trying to like flesh out all the details yourself, it's hard to talk about it because that one light bulb moment could just change the whole half of the book, like second half of the book.
And knowing myself, the moment I would talk more about my project, the next day I'm going to be like, I have this earth-shattering idea, and everything I just said is not happening anymore. I just know that's what it would be like.
Project Wonder. What was it that we were all telling you to write it, to call it?
There was something with mashed potatoes or something. It was so funny. And it was because I said it's kind of fairy tale mashup a little bit type thing. And it was like, for some reason, potatoes got thrown into the mash, and it was funny. And a part of me was like, I should do this for the viewers of my live stream. But then I was like, nah, it would make no sense to other people.
It did kind of get out of hand there for a second.
I think we all have fun going, or what about this? crazy thing. But it was funny.
Jasmine, what are you working on for Nano? Tell us. I want to know. I want to know. I'll be editing The Best of Us. The Best of Us. If y'all see me looking down, I'm actually like, this is the first book, and the epilogue leads you to the second book, and so I'm like having to cross-reference because I don't want to look on my Kindle app on my phone because I might ruin something for y'all. I'm clumsy with buttons.
Courtney, would you and Brooke have like some type of post of when you're writing The Best of Us? If you feel like you guys have really hit like your like golden writing material for this book, you guys should like say something like, the book The Best of Us is really the best of us, or something like that, to where it's corny.
Exactly.
But it's to where it's like, aw.
Aw, you got the best of us in our writing in this book.
This book I've called The Best of Us.
That's funny. Are y'all good with joining Forest app? Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah, we got some people in there. Heck yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna start this baby up. I'm gonna press plant. Oh, I forgot to change it to a scarecrow. Oh,
wow. Everything
wah,
is
wah. And I'm gonna start this, and I'll see y'all back here in 30 minutes.
Woot woot. Where's my mute?
Sorry, guys. I totally ruined y'all's timer.
Did it go off?
It went off, but I had my headphones plugged in, and so
Wow, what a letdown.
so look, I'm gonna give you this satisfaction. Here you go.
Oh my gosh, that's so much better.
Exactly. You can't end it with like
After
not
the 30
hearing the
minutes,
howling.
we were needing the howl. So thank you, Courtney. That wasn't too bad.
Exactly.
I honestly feel totally fine. And I'm not tired at all. I'm very happy right now. Yeah.
Really?
Well,
we can go one
I'm
more
ready
if you
for
want to.
bed, but I'm meaning like, I'm surprised that I'm like functioning still. Because most of the time I'm always like,
Functioning, yeah.
okay, I'm ready or something. So this works out good. Yes. Oh,
Yeah, you're totally like a zombie.
time. But now I think my nap. So from now on, I will do a nap before a live stream with you on Witchy Hours. Woohoo!
Nice. Awesome. Let's see. I don't know how many words I got because I
This
forgot
wasn't
to count
my best
words last
one.
bit.
I got stuck on one thing, but I did still get lots done. Let me see. I had to like kind of go, no, I don't want it to go this way. I want it to go this way type of thing. I'm still doing outlining.
Yes.
Okay, I think this is where it is.
I have no idea how much I got, but I'm at 1902 for the night. And so I have about 500 more words to write in this chapter, and it'll be done. And I'll move on to the next one.
And my count was 505. Still good for 3 minutes, but I was like a little stuck on something. So, but that still works out fine. Did you see Abby? That was hilarious. I was like petting her, and then it was like all of a sudden her leg just went up, and I was like, "This looks too funny." It was just random leg, and then whenever you were done looking, she was stretching, and then you just see 2 legs in the air. That's all you saw. It was just 2 legs stuck up. I was like, "This is hilarious."
Cats are so funny. Like sometimes my cat will be like licking her body and her leg will be up and I'll be like, nibbler, and she'll just stay like that and like just stare at me and I'm like, okay, continue on.
I know the little pause like, what?
Man, y'all did good. Oh my gosh. Misty got 743, Christina 419, Jessica 564, Zinib. I'm bad with names. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Dear 4 a.m. There you go. 505. Brandy says 4 a.m. here. Gonna chill then bed. There you go. 651 words for my last sprint. Finished what I wanted to get done. It was a lot of fun. Yay! Yeah. 782. Taryn got 840. Heck yeah. Melissa killing it, bringing it in with 1,000.
Melissa was doing so good every single time.
So good. This is like her time to
apparently
shine.
So.
Brian got 267, BH 246. Y'all did so well. I'm so happy.
Yay.
I think that's probably going to be our last sprint of the night. We're at 3 a.m. Good job, Diana. Your 600 words. So, yeah, this was fun. Yeah. I love the 2-hour sprints.
These are always fun. One of these days we'll do another like going till 4 a.m. type thing. Today I have a lot going on this weekend, so I was like, yeah, let's just stick to 3. So
yeah, totally. But yeah, guys, if I know Brooke, you have some more live sprints going on your channel.
I have one. I have one with Mandy and Natalia on. What day are you? The 23rd, and that's on Mandy's channel. I stopped doing my solo sprints for this month because this is a busy month for me, but it picks back up to normal on November. I need to like say what my live stream dates are going to be in November because I pretty much have I'll have to announce it later, but yes, I do have live streams that I do for writing sprints, which I love. that will be in November time. So I'll most likely have like about 5 or 6 live streams that I do in November time. So woohoo!
Heck yeah, I'll probably jump back on the daily sprints if I won't be writing in November, but I'll probably do something because I think me and Brooke are going to be plotting, and so I may be writing toward the end of November, which would be really good when people are trying to finish Nano and stuff. So there will probably
motivation.
Yeah, there will probably be some at the end, and then in December I will for sure be writing because we're trying to get ahead next year. So there will be a lot of sprints like there were in April because it's going to be cold, and I'm not going to have nothing to do but sprint.
Okay, that's awesome. That's perfect. Yay!
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's all I got. Do you have anything else, Brooke?
I feel like I'm pretty good. I'm happy with what I've written. I'm happy with the conversation with you and everyone else. So this was great.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. As always, appreciate y'all being here these late hours with us. Make sure that you go and follow Brooke on her channel, By the Brooke. She posts weekly, guys. And yeah, follow me, subscribe. I'll post in the community tab if I live stream again. So, but that's all I got. Thanks for joining me while we were camping, and happy Halloween. Oh my God, happy Halloween. It's my favorite month. So I'm going to end this. We'll see you later.